the young people who continue to be on the front lines and in the streets, and who showed up at the polls and voted for equity, justice, and a better country. I want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for demanding to be seen, demanding to be heard, and demanding control of your destiny.
In this political moment, when our country, our bodies, our politics, our communities are under attack, it's important for the United States to be listening to young people, and that's what URGE is doing through their integrated voter engagement work. Their staff is incredibly skilled and trained to be able to communicate with young people in ways that they can hear and in ways that they are motivated to take action and to participate.
So we're actually able to talk to our chapter leaders and our members and hear what matters most to them and what they want to prioritize around issues that they care about. Using the IVE model, we're able to translate it into solid work and goals that they're able to work with and accomplish themselves with our guidance.
I think it's really great to look at the diverse amount of events and topics and issues that these chapters are tackling, because they're really looking at what reflects them and their communities. Sex trivia nights, which is so successful, because it's such a fresh and sexy way to educate people. It's trivia, it's sex trivia. It's such a novelty, but also there is education happening.
So we take an event that is a little bit taboo, a little bit fun and exciting, and we make it educational, and we invite people in who, may not originally agree with us on abortion, but then we let them know why this event is so important, because there is no comprehensive sex education mandated in the state of Ohio. So a lot of what they're learning in these sex trivias is information that they deserve to know from their sex education classes. So it's a really great bridge to bring people from sex education to things like abortion and LGBTQ rights.
Young people are so passionate about a variety of issues, from abortion access to LGBTQ rights to sex ed to racial equality. All of these things matter to young people. We're really helping young folks harness that power and focus it, and giving them an opportunity to build that power and bring it to the people, the decision makers.
Woke Wednesdays are a weekly visit to the Capitol. While the Capitol is in session, we come together, RJ organizations across the Atlanta area, including URGE, and we host these kind of legislative briefings.
One of the things that issue IDing and voter engagement work do really well is sort of wrench us away from that imagination of how we really are and give us hard numbers and facts that sort of tell us who we actually are and how we actually feel and think. I think it's a real, when we fight, we win situation. So it's not that we shouldn't win or that we can't win, then we don't have the numbers, the people, the money, whatever. It's just that we have to really work to cut through the sort of bad press, the image of ourselves and our imaginations that we've been told that, millennials don't vote or people of color don't care, et cetera, to see the actual reality of the situation, which is that people really do believe in and want reproductive justice.
Doing IVE work really gives them a solid structure for making the work that they care about and organize around a reality both in their communities and on their campuses.
Hello, hi, is Ruth there?
Is this Julian?
This is Ismail. I'm calling from URGE, United for Reproductive and Gender Equity.
URGE's policy work is really moving the needle on the reproductive justice issues of our time. From abortion to DACA, URGE is engaging with young people to make sure that their voices are heard and that policies are shifted to support an agenda that is about young people and for young people.
We know that folks are being, their voices are being pulled from them, and URGE tells us that we have power and that we can build a voice.
When our Birmingham canvassing managers showed up to vote, they ran into people at the polls that they had registered. Our voter engagement work encourages young people to go make their voices heard at the ballot box.
We will show up to vote, our votes matter, and we matter as people. So we have been working with marginalized young folks to show their collective power and show that they support reproductive justice issues and that Texans across the state support reproductive justice.
folks who maybe didn't know what reproductive justice was, once they're offered the opportunity to see themselves in the work and understand that it's really about a lot of different issues that affect individuals and families and communities.
Another favorite thing of mine that we do at URGE is facilitate relationships between young people. A lot of these young folks come from areas where they may have been the only pro-choice person they knew, or the only queer person they knew, or the only person of color. Sort of all of our students are that one person. And so when they get to find each other and have conversations, and you see them making these connections, and you see it on their face, this sense of having come home.
Or just bringing folks together, showing them the power they have, encouraging them to make these changes in their community, and giving them the tools and knowledge to do it. And that's what URGE is, and I love it.
We refuse to let politicians chart our destinies and steal our dignity. We will stand together in solidarity and work collectively for economic security, racial justice, reproductive freedom, and gender equity for all. Thank you.